A very good evening to you from the Allianz Stadium in Twickenham, London. The two teams side by side. Jamie George leading England, and Siya Kolisi in full voice as he prepares to lead the Springboks out for the 60th time as captain in his 91st Test match. The last time they met was in the Rugby World Cup final, semi-final last year, with South Africa edging England by 16 points to 15. The last time they met here at the Allianz Stadium in Twickenham was in November 2022, and on that occasion it was an emphatic victory for the Springboks by 27 points to 13. An England team smarting after their recent narrow losses to New Zealand and Australia over the last 2 weeks. Last week's defeat against Australia being particularly difficult to take, with the final try scored after the clock had gone to the red. 3 out of 5 in the Six Nations this year. 2 losses against New Zealand in July, but narrow losses as well. It feels like this is an England team not far off. But time now for the national anthems. The streets around this stadium from very early on this afternoon were bathed in green and gold. A lot of South African supporters in the crowd here, and the anthem did justice to that as well. England, captained by Jamie George, a change in the back row enforced through the withdrawal of Tom Curry through injury. So Sam Underhill of Bath comes in to the number 7 jersey. Jack van Portfleet from outside last week's 23, straight into the starting lineup to partner Marcus Smith at halfback. And then Ollie Slateholm gets a first start for England on the wing, having scored a couple of tries against Australia last week. For South Africa, 12 changes in the starting lineup from the team that faced Scotland at Murrayfield last week. Kolbe gets a test match for the first time since August 2021. Oxenchair, Bongyo Manambi and Ebenetsebeth, the only remaining three from last week's starting lineup. An all-new backline with Grant Williams and Mani Libok, the halfbacks. Damian Delendi and Jesse Creel extending their record as a starting centre partnership for South Africa. And Apalele Fassi, Kolbe and Arendse, the back three. 5-3 splits for both coaches, Steve Borthwick of England and Rassie Erasmus. This 23 for South Africa, almost identical to the one that played Argentina in Mbombela in the final round of the Castle Lager Rugby Championship. Only missing Ruan Nokia, Frans Malherbe due to injury, and Jaden Hendrickse started that game. With me in commentary for this epic encounter in London is former Springbok hooker Hanyani Shimangi.
Good evening, Matthew. Well, one of the tough men, Ellis Gage, Freddie Stewart, Borton, but a game that's going to define England's character, a keynote game for the Springboks. Always a highlight of the rugby calendar, as Marcus Smith is about to kick things off here. Andrew Brace, the referee. Epic encounter, fantastic atmosphere. It's time to get going.
The 47th test match between England and South Africa is underway. Early touch for Peter Steph to Toit, claiming the kickoff of Marcus Smith.
Use it.
Smith, who gets his third cap against South Africa here this evening on the winning side in 2021, where he kicked 12 points.
Use it.
Early test for Stewart. And then a little fumble from Van Poortvliet, who's quickly back to regain some valuable meters. George Martin with the carry.
Use it.
Started that semi-final at Stade de France alongside Maro Itoje, as he does this evening. The hoist from Van Poortvliet.
Van Edge knock on. Yeah.
Lost forward, off a Springbok hand.
Knock forward.
And this has been an eagerly awaited moment the whole week, since Kolbe was selected to start at tight end.
Now it's going to be big, but we're going to see a lot of this throughout the game. The battle of the box kicks.
Happy here.
Freddie Stewart so strong.
Let's go.
Tall man, as tall as the loose forwards. But you're right, Matthew. The big challenge is going to come from the scrums, the Springboks.
On left side. Nice
With a pretty clear DNA, a pretty clear mindset. Do England, try have a go here, or get that ball in and keep the scrums short on their ball.
Point. Set.
Van Poortvliet away under pressure from Grant Williams, and quick to the ruck as well. Here's Marcus Smith with the cross kick. And the little dink from Toit. Cheslin Kolbe, under all sorts of pressure, does get his kick away. It was a clever move from England, with Smith putting in the cross kick.
Good gap.
Yeah, and that's because, you know, with the rush, the Springboks probably a little bit narrow, but Fassi took the last man. So one more defender, England play on quickly. Hammer time.
Well, that's gone over the 15-metre line. The Springboks were claiming a knock-on there by England. Not to be. Ellis Genge.
Thank you.
Van Poortvliet running things nicely at the base. Marcus Smith over the top for Toit. Williams across, can't make the tackle.
Onside.
Van Poortvliet. Maro Itoje. Wonderful tackle from Oxenchair. Big statement.
Counter's good.
Now a first carry for Sam Underhill. Brought in for the injured Tom Curry. Back it comes for Smith. Thought of a drop goal, but then away to his left. Gets away from two defenders. Slight home. Brilliant finish. The Allianz Stadium in Twickenham erupts They needed a fast start. They have a fast start. More brilliance from Marcus Smith. And Ollie Autum showing just how elusive he is.
Yeah, and it all starts at the dummy here, but the defenders down the short side didn't come up. So Marcus Smith, that's good lateral speed. Then it's a 2-on-1. But Marcus Smith, you can see why they love him in the UK. So quick, so fast, draw and pass. Down the left-hand side to Ollie Autum, but it was all created by Marcus Smith. You think of the earlier plays, the cross kick that he got down there. Eventually the Springboks were under the pump from set piece.
15, yeah.
But Marcus Smith, electric speed with a fantastic pass, and England opened the account.
Thank you. 5. Thanks, Ben.
Well, he was told by referee Andrew Brace that he had to get on with things because the clock was ticking away, but extra 2 added by Smith.
Yeah, and that was it. He went down because he's so quick. I mean, an oxen chair to beat on the outside. So the defenders, you can see Walker on the outside. So Cheslin Kolbe had to make a decision. Good passing, good skills, good execution, good start from England.
Backwards off green.
Libbok with the restart and secured on the ground by the Springboks. Little knock in there. Lost forward by Grant Williams at the base of the ruck. They had a torrid time at Murrayfield last week.
Yeah.
At breakdown time with not a great deal of protection for the scrum half. That very much an unforced error.
Yeah, an unforced error. Well, sometimes you need to clear through the ball, so it's a clear passage. And sometimes you can catch the odd stray boot there, but Grant Williams probably looked up slightly to see what was happening on his outside. Then the ball moved from then on. But England, the first scrum, they try to go for it. They try to go for it. Will they try again?
Sit.
Not too close there. Both teams using a bit of balance.
Okay, let's go. Let's go, 3 calls.
Kolbe, well known to the England players through his time at Harlequins. He became a firm favourite before moving back to Pretoria to play for the Bulls.
Seconds.
The last test in August 2021, and the previous one also against Argentina 2 years before that. Huge pressure on Genge, but picked up by Ben Earl at the back. Strong carry from England's 8th man.
Use it!
Van Portfleet. Surely looking for more distance on that one. As well tapped back by Kurtley Orense, but then lost by the Springboks, away by Jamie George. And Marcus Smith from inside his own half. Kolbe tracking back. And looking for the curving kick, but curving it straight into touch. All the territorial pressure coming from England so far.
Yeah, and England just winning all the mini battles. You saw South Africa within the air. Then you got to tidy up the scraps, knock forward. England got the chance to play.
Numbers.
And Marcus Smith just finding the space behind.
2 and 2.
So England in a good position again.
Wonderful read from Erke Snyman, and the arms through the tackle, handing the ball away for Eben Etzebeth, who did well to hang on in the face of a hard tackle. Mbunambi. Williams. Libbok off the left boot. That's gone backwards, almost. And a little knock forward from England, but it's wobbly from the Springboks so far.
Wobbly, and the chance to fix it now is also the scrum. We saw Walker Low and Oxen Chase starting to dig in that previous scrum. England were under the pump here. If they want to get a little bit of momentum back, they have to go for it at this scrum.
Come round, make sure you don't back into him and block him, okay? I'm not sure if you did, but I'm just giving you that warning now.
You can see just small little errors creeping in with the Springboks, and England taking advantage.
better on the last, yeah.
Mani Lebok, who started the last 2 tests of the Rugby Championship, away and at home to Argentina.
Point! Sit! Good, stay there, stay. Use it, both down.
Grant Williams away down the short side and onto the left boot. Stewart.
Out to 10.
Reclaiming his own kick. Brilliant from Freddie Stewart, but then a little knock forward. And played in front of the ball, so...
You're on the ground, got to be on your feet to play the ball. So it's not forward, Jamie, and then he's on the floor. Yeah. Thanks, mate.
The ball lost forwards is Andrew Brace, and then played on the ground, leading to the penalty.
Come off.
Yeah, they say played it right again on the ground. We thought he'd actually managed to regain that, but that's why he's been picked strong in the air.
Time is off.
Freddie Stewart.
Next stop is him. Didn't feel he had an effect there.
Started in the Rugby World Cup semi-final, Freddie Stewart at fullback, but with Johnny May and Elliot Daly on the England wings. Came into this team to replace George Furbank. And clearly with this early strategy in mind.
Take the line. 5 and 10. Beyond 15.
Mbonambi over the 15, and Kirkley Orenser, the man to take the ball. Pieter-Steph to Toit. Passing channel quickly cut off by Marcus Smith. Etzebeth. Lawrence.
It's a contest.
Made an excellent tackle on Eben Etzebeth.
Taken back,
now Lebok. Orenser to give chase. Gets up brilliantly.
Offside lines.
And a little switch in direction to bring Apalele Fassi into play via the pass from Erke Snyman. And Williams. Grant Williams bursting through a hole. Brilliant score from Grant Williams. What a response. He is electrifyingly quick. And once he'd pierced that first line of defense, was always going to be tough to stop.
Yeah, and this was from the kick return. But Williams so quick there. If the spacing's not right around the ruck, he's incredibly fast, probably one of the fastest within the squad. But also the finishing skill around Genge. Genge needed help, he needed support. And 1-2, he gives it to Freddie Stewart around the corner. South Africa get one chance, they get one try from Grant Williams. Fantastic kick also from Mani Lebok. That was chased down by South Africa.
And Lebok adds the extra 2. It's a 4th test try for Grant Williams.
Yeah, and it was also the short play down the blind side, but Grant Williams so quick. Again, questions around the England defense, the spacing around that ruck. Those gaps way too big. You need to come up as a collective, come up connected, and that's how you stop the speedsters. But it was small man against big man with speed, and too easy for Grant Williams. Fantastic try from the South Africans.
Right, Marcus. Yeah. All behind.
Short contestable restart from Marcus Smith.
Agree, all backwards. Thank you.
Couple of knocks, both backwards, said Andy Brace, from each side. Did a little kick over the top, but too much on it for Ollie Lawrence to chase down.
And that's good play from England. Good kick from
close the gap.
Van Poortvliet.
Numbers, please.
But just pinning South Africa back, especially down that left hand. Every time England are getting turnover,
fellas,
because Cheslin Kolbe's up there trying to contest the ball. If they win it back, there's no one home, and that's how he spotted the space behind.
England, that's your one. Next one, free kick.
Huge leap from Erke Snyman. Williams will go low. Spinning away from Jamie George.
It's gone back.
Libok.
All on.
Slytone unable to gather at first. Come and bounce for him though. Stewart launches the counter, runs strongly at Nche. Ellis Genge. Ball under the arm and into contact.
Ball is out, fellas.
Ball out and good response from South Africa. Eben Etzebeth though,
use it.
falling on the wrong side of the ruck, having to get out of the way. Toit.
Okay, no more.
Well, that call did not come from Andrew Brace. Came from the assistant referee
by the rock, 7
on this near side.
Yeah, once that ruck's formed, 2 players over the ball, then no hands allowed. So 2 players over the ball.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Beaten by the ruck, and Andrew Brace took a while to make that. But it's amazing how the little things. So from the kickoff, from the try, Grant Williams try, England kick off, the kick short. What happens is with a turnover ball, kick into the corner, South Africa under pressure. So it's just those little things you need to tidy up. Once you've scored a try, you want to apply the pressure back on the opposition. So get the ball first, look to get to the right side of the field, and then apply that pressure. But England doing that pretty well now and getting some attacking chances.
Marcus Smith, 9th on the all-time list of point scorers for England. With his first conversion, went just past the 250-point mark in Test rugby. He loved it immediately, and he moves to 254 with that penalty kick. Libok.
Back off England.
Back off Maro Itoje and Benhill.
Use it!
The man to tidy up on the ground. Van Poortvliet, and the charge down from Etzebeth. Smith doing brilliantly again. And is that a try? It is! Wow! Pieter-Steph du Toit and Eben Etzebeth combining brilliantly to get the Springboks second.
It's all about pressure. Test match rugby. It's all about seizing the moment. And what happens here? Van Poortvliet, look at that, Eben Etzebeth all over him. He gets the timing right.
Thanks, mate.
Then Marcus Smith, the double charge down. And the try from the big man in the corner, Pieter-Steph du Toit. But great effort. You speak about him, you speak about work rate, you speak about effort, and then you speak about reward.
Thanks, man.
Fantastic from the Springboks. Exit pressure, working to perfection.
The 12th test try for Pieter-Steph du Toit, a first against England. And Marnie Libok just glancing off the left upright.
Yeah, and Matthew, so look at Eben Etzebeth. He does this every weekend. Sometimes you won't get a charge down for several games, but that opportunity will come. England had no blocker there, so it's an open run for Eben Etzebeth. But Pieter-Steph du Toit, inches, but he makes it. But the kickoffs have been messy from both sides. I mean, so what England have been doing, because Cheslin Kolbe's up, they try to target him at the front, and if they win it back, they try kick behind him. So chances here, exactly, here we go again, trying to target.
Well, it was
the short kick, yeah.
Jesse Creel who was lifted. Che. Ball ripped away, but then grabbed by Erke Snyman. Finds Sia Kolisi with the offload. Williams. Will Stewart in with the tackle. Low. Try and wrap your arms around those thighs. Not easy. Jasper Wiese, formerly of the Leicester Tigers here in the English Premiership, bustling his way forward. Libbok, Derlendi. Just can't get outside his man. Support from Creel. Advantage being shown by Andrew Brace.
Thank you.
Williams.
They still play the advantage.
Advantage still being played as the Springboks regather the ball after the little kick from Williams. Fassi. And Libbok on the free play.
Just here.
Another call coming from...
It was high on the tackle. Back here, sir.
Owen Cross, the assistant on the near side, and just getting the right place for the penalty to be taken.
Yeah, it was the high tackle. That's the one.
Just rolled up.
Yeah, I saw the Springbok players calling for that one, but also what England are doing quite well, there's a lot of line speed coming, so you can see that ball behind or that push, that pullback pass is not really on because of the line speed that's coming. So the Springboks going for the big one here, going for the corner. And it's always been a bag of tricks. Last week it was a four-man line out. There's a pass over the top, or the double pass against Australia. Cheslin Kolbe threw the ball in against New Zealand. What are we going to see here?
Well, this time Damian Derlendi is at the back of the line-out. And Cheslin Kolbe at the front. Over the 15 for Derlendi.
No more.
Williams to Toit. Jasper Wiese in with the clean. Etzebeth trying to put Erke Snyman into the half gap. Etzebeth again. One Englishman going low, the other going high. And no release is the call. Another penalty.
Tell you something, our locks off this name, and even Etzebeth are having a hell of a game.
Come away from the tackle, 3. Don't come over the rock.
And the Springboks, they need that short runner because England come with massive line speed, sometimes being caught behind the gain line. Look how the English are just shooting up the whole time. That's here pretty clear and obvious, no release.
Will Stewart it was who was a tackle assist. And carried on over the ball. It's a short one to the front for Erke Snyman.
The stand by Green. Last feet. Last feet.
To Toit.
Okay, advantage offside.
Another penalty advantage going the way of the Springboks. Kolisi at the base. Can't quite stretch to score. Williams. And on the penalty advantage, the cross kick for Cheslin Kolbe. Dots past his man. And in for another. Well, it was a memorable try in the Rugby World Cup final of 2019 to seal the deal against England. Now Cheslin Kolbe has a 17th test try and a second against England on a penalty advantage and a brilliant cross kick from Manie Libbok.
Yeah, that's the Manie Libbok strength, the accurate cross kick, but all on penalty advantage. So it was a free play to the danger man, the little magician, Cheslin Kolbe. Over he goes, just the awareness to feel the defender, see him there, balance, brace.
Okay, second block.
Pure class from Libbok. Beautiful finish from Kolbe. And the Springboks on the front foot.
And Libbok's kick right between the uprights that time. Well, they surrendered the first points of the game through the Ollie Slytome try. Now, with that converted try, South Africa into a 9-point lead.
Just the accuracy, and also for Cheslin Kolbe to wait out on the wing, knowing that the defenders will come in. Slow start from the Springboks. They've hit back well.
Another contestable restart from Smith, tapped back by Etzebeth and secured by Kolbe.
Okay, use it!
Grant Williams was calling some of the Springbok forwards across to the near side.
Let it come, let it come.
To set up the carry.
Last feet.
Now Williams is hoist, chased by Etzebeth and by Kolbe. And gathered on the rebound by Ergesneem and Libbok. Creel can't quite twist out of the tackle of Tommy Freeman.
Last feet, England.
Marnie Libbok has stayed down for now. Looks in some discomfort. Stewart coming through the ruck.
Here, Ben. Okay, neck roll. Got a neck roll. 15, yeah. Green. Yeah, 15 green, Ben. 15 green.
So Apalele Fassi has been penalised for a neck roll.
Henry. After that.
Now there it is on Henry Slade.
That's that left arm probably just needed a release. They get lower.
No, it's a neck roll, Ruben.
On Scrum too, but England.
Nothing clear at the moment.
There was an opportunity. I think Marnie Libbok through the skip pass. If he hit Fassi short.
I didn't say anything, eh?
Yeah. This year hit Fassi short coming in there. Yeah. It was on.
I've just missed it. Yeah. Yeah, it's clearly committed. Clearly committed.
There's some claim from the Springboks of a late tackle by Ollie Lawrence on Marnie Libbok, cleared by the TMO.
9! More!
Chandler Cunningham south with the take. Tommy Freeman brought in.
No effect.
Martin running hard at Libbok. England in striking range. Itoje driven back with conviction. Martin again. Van Portfleet looking to the short side to find Lawrence. Earl again knocked back in the tackle. Not making headway on the carry. And then Underhill does. And Underhill scores. Well, a series of carries that had little effect, and then a hugely effective one from Sam Underhill.
And this was Martin with the big leg drop. From then on, England had fast ball. But again, what a run from Underhill. You know, runs that inside line towards the ball, and he picks a hole between the two props, Che and Wilkalo. But the timing there, you got to get this timing right. He gets it flat on the gain line. Flat. But fantastic timing. And a reply from England. We've got a game on here.
Smith under pressure from both Arendse and Kolbe. Slots the extras and there's 2 points in it.
And again, I thought South Africa pretty strong here defensively, but the timing of this run, the timing of that run, again, the gaps around the ruck area a little bit too wide, and he picked it nicely, but you got to get your timing right, and that's what he did.
Libbok's restart, another tricky one for England.
Use it!
Dropping in between bodies, finding grass.
Yeah. Push back 5.
And the try scorer straight back into it with a
onside.
Strong carry off the restart. Van Portfleet charged down by Etzebeth again. Smith. They want to run though. And Slade has it. Looks to slide home on his outside. Fassi chasing back.
Go on.
And enough time on his side to be able to dot the ball down inside his in goal, but it is a goal line dropout.
And the charge down, they need a blocker there, someone to look after Van Voorvliet, because Evans getting through all the time. But Marcus Smith does well this time. He's just so quick, even when he's moving laterally, he's got the speed to go.
It's clearly out of the side of the ball. If it's to the side of the foot, it's out.
Goal line dropout from Lebok, fielded by Earl. Cunningham South been relishing this opportunity to face South Africa for the first time. Lawrence.
No, you step back.
Smith, little inside ball for Underhill. Toit. Van Voorvliet, and out the back from Jamie George. Brilliant handling from England, but then a big tackle causing the knock-on. It was promising away to the right.
It was promising. And you can see that when England are at their best was when Marcus Smith has time and he's conducting things. Look at that, Marcus Smith again. And one more pass and England were in business. One more pass, they would have been in business.
Okay. So you swore I was too far out of the foot? Yeah, for me, mate. Okay. Yeah. It's got to be under the foot. I thought it was right under it. Yeah, I'll have a look at that. But for me, it's to the side. Okay. Yeah.
It's been a stunning first half hour in the game.
Once you roll it, it's out. So that's what he's going on the trigger once you roll it with your hand, you know what I mean? And it's to the side anyway, Jack. Right?
5 tries scored, 3 by South Africa from Grant Williams, a brilliant individual effort. Peter Steph to Toit after a charge down, and Cheslin Kolbe off the cross kick from Manie Lebok on penalty advantage. England had opened the scoring. The beautifully taken try from Ollie Slytome. Just added their second through Sam Underhill. 2 conversions and a penalty from Marcus Smith.
Outside, okay? Outside.
South Africa getting the opportunity to put the ball into the scrum for just the second time in the game now, on the half-hour mark.
And what happened the last time the ball was at the back with the scrum had collapsed, that killed the contest. So the scrum has to stay up. It has to be a contest the whole time. So the Springboks want a scrum battle. England want one also. But it doesn't happen if the scrum collapses, and this one's going to go down also.
Yeah, the difference that time is that Wilco Louw managed to keep himself up, and Ellis Genge.
And he's on the edge on the early on the set call, Jamie, as well.
Going to ground. Lebok with the opportunity to clear with the penalty. Back in England territory.
Going down. What Genge needs to do is that elbow, as you can see, his bind is pretty loose. Go for a high bind, get that elbow up. That will square the scrum up.
Yeah.
At least then you can scrum.
Not too big.
Uncontested ball to Evan Etzebeth at the front, and Grant Williams slicing his way through again.
Turnover good, set on first man.
Turnover made by Underhill. Plenty away to the left for England here. Toit from Van Voorvliet.
And use it! Yeah, stay on then. Leave it!
Van Voorvliet from just outside his 22-meter area. Fussy went high, but lost the ball forward.
I was thinking what he was almost went from inside. Was he going to land outside the field and trying to keep it in?
No, I didn't see that. Okay, line out code. Actually, don't hold the players, please. Don't clamp.
Had the option of a line out or a scrum there. That ball lost forward into touch. England opting for the line out.
2 meters, 8.
Captain Jamie George to feed. It is for Cunningham South. Earl running an excellent line. Smith.
Touched.
Partially charged down. Jesse Creel. Taken by Slade and Lawrence, but secures the ball nicely on the ground. Fussy.
South Africa. Hold on.
Marcus Smith shaping for the kick, but then feeding Freeman. Beautiful ball inside for Earl. Genge. And then Smith. Fussy with the tackle. Lawrence. Surely way too much on that kick.
Oh, that's the one that should have gone wide, or he should have just taken it up.
Goal line.
The South African chase line where Marcus Smith went there, I mean, even it's a bit, he's been left here at the wing. Where's the rest of the chase line? That makes it difficult, but yeah, it looks like Oxen Chase hurt.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
But there's the danger man.
Yeah. Time off.
He's the magic man for England.
Here on one.
Massive collision.
Right. Thank you. Blood, mate. Yeah. Blood on one, green.
Oh.
No, just blood.
Doesn't look good for Oxen Chair. It's a blood-bin call from Andrew Brace, but he's walking very uncomfortably. It looks like a bad cut to the knee.
The last one there, yeah, that's good.
Sure, if we're going to be able to see him come back, but Gerard Steenekamp gets a 10th test cap, a first against England, and his 9th appearance in 12 test matches for South Africa this year. All of them off the bench. He got just one cap last year prior to the World Cup against Argentina. He has become a regular fixture.
Yeah, advantage, knock on.
Lost forward off the hands of Jesse Creel. On a scrum advantage here, Marcus Smith opting for the kick. And the mark called by Cheslin Kolbe. Brilliant kick. Brilliant from Cheslin Kolbe. It's a little bit of a wasted advantage from Marcus Smith.
Yeah, in England the whole time they're just probing down that left-hand side. It's either the cross kick or the kick over Cheslin, trying to pin South Africa back in the corners and hoping the pressure then, if South Africa makes the kick up or under pressure enough, they get the set piece chance.
2-7. Fine insert.
Well, a little bit of a mix-up with England's line-out. Nobody going up for it, but no contest either. Van Portfleet's kick. Kolbe coming from depth brilliantly out of the London night sky from Cheslin Kolbe. Bonambi. Now Fussy at first receiver, goes to the left boot. Arendse. Stewart safe under that hoist, as we've come to expect. Genge. Nothing on away to his left.
Ball is there, ball is there. Don't hold him in. Last feet.
Now Marcus Smith over towards Ollie Slytome.
Yeah.
And Henry Slade going just past the ball there, unable to secure it. Carry from Steenekamp. Another one for Kurtley Arendse to chase off the boot of Lebok. Brilliantly taken out by Freddie Stewart again. Clever kick in behind for Tommy Freeman to chase.
How good is he in the air, the king of the skies? Freddie Stewart. He's diffusing all those bombs that are coming at him with a lot of pressure on him, because this is a good kick. This is a very good kick. He wins that aerial battle hands down. But look what he does afterwards. It's the work afterwards. So the skill to get that ball, but then he goes for the trot, evades the tackle, and it opens up.
Okay, time off.
Yeah, that second catch was like something out of Aussie rules.
Excellent call.
Initial knock-on was from the hand of Tommy Freeman onto the back of Manie Libbok. So it will be a Springbok scrum. Injury to Maro Itoje. Kolbe getting the better of Ellis Genge at the previous scrum and winning a penalty. It's an unlikely statistic where he's cropped up as we approach half-time as South Africa's top tackler. And Che Mbonambi and Lowe all right up there. 9 tackles from Lowe.
Don't pull him in. Good height. 6 from the other 2 members of the front row.
And it's all around that ruck area, but this is a vital scrum here. It's a vital scrum.
Fellas, let's go, please. Left to the mark. Okay. Just go. If we both go left to the mark, we're happy. Perfect. Fellas, we're wasting a lot of time.
It's a game within a game. And I think what Bongi Monambi is wants a space. Jamie George probably trying to close that space up to nullify the South African hit. But this is a crucial scrum here. It's an important scrum because there'll be a lot of pressure on the exit, which means England will get a line out somewhere in the South African half. If they survive the scrum, Springboks get the penalty. It's a momentum shift with the line out put in.
The game balance on discipline. Discipline on bind. Let's go. Discipline on bind phase. Let's go then. Try it, mate. Try it. Seconds. Coach. Bind. Sit.
Well, it won't be England who have the line out.
And it was Wolves straight side, so the whole English front row is saying they went down. But scrum discipline, and the last thing you want to, even if you don't want to concede the penalty, what they want to do is put the Springboks under enough pressure so they can get that ball out, and then apply pressure on Grant Williams or Manie Libbok with the kick. But this is the worst result England would have wanted.
Okay? Well, on the set, we're all down, okay? Better height, please. On the line, yeah. Wait.
Archie Snyman down for Grant Williams. Little chip over the top from Manie Libbok. Another one defused by Freddie Stewart, but holding on to the ball on the ground. Springboks quick to arrive and put the pressure on. Jasper Wiese
first arriving player.
Getting the plaudits from his teammates.
Yeah, it's clever, and what happens there was Curtly Orenser. If he had gone up there would have been trouble in that collision, so he bailed out of it. He did the right thing. Look what he just runs past there. And then the 2 defenders, they're isolating Freddie Stewart at the back. The Springbok players are running on. So it's a pre-planned move. You isolate the fullback, and then you win the breakdown because all the England players are in front of him. They can't get there in time. But Curtly Orenser, good discipline from him.
Jasper Wiese replacing Kwagga Smith in one of the 12 changes to the starting lineup this week. His only match prior to this one against England here at Twickenham in 2021. And the Springboks were on the losing side. Manie Libbok, 47 meters out. That's gone away.
Bring him on.
And cleared off the left boot of Henry Slade. Still will have an opportunity here for a set piece
Good gap, please.
deep in England territory.
Yeah, this is an important set here for the Springboks.
South Africa. Yeah,
Look where they were previously with that scrum, managed to get themselves out of it.
5. Two meters.
Peter Steph to Toit. Down and out the back for Kolisi. Then Visa. Trying to bash a hole in midfield. Mbonambi.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
It's the Beth. Just looked up at the last minute.
Yeah. Nice knock on.
It's a scrum advantage for England. The clock is in the red.
Yeah, that's time.
And Van Poortvliet is happy to bring an end to the first half of a highly entertaining, absorbing test match. The 47th between England and South Africa. The 25th at this famous stadium. 3 tries to the Springboks, 2 to England. Half-time at the Allianz Stadium in Twickenham. It's England 17, South Africa 19.